I had this vision. Well, I guess I pretended to be somebody all my life. And people would tell me sometimes, not very many, but sometimes people would say I was fake. And, but most of the time, I was the most understanding person and the most giving and the hardest worker. And I did all that because I wanted to be good and because I wanted to be okay with everybody. And I guess I wanted attention and good attention. And I didn't know any of that until January 6th. And this Christian conservative workaholic looked around and saw something happen that I just couldn't believe. And that day changed my life. I decided to investigate everything I ever knew was true or thought to be true. And that became scary. I found that the Bible was BS and that the basis for this system we live under was BS and that it was all manipulation to control the masses. And the two-party system is, them against us. And then I realized that it's always been that way, that there's always been a ruler. And because I guess, how did it all start? One man was stronger, which is another bullshit thing, people being equal. Yeah, we might be created alike in the basic cookie cutter, but we're not equal. Not at all. And to make us try and believe that we are, and then what does that do? Well, if we're not up to par, what's wrong with us? And if we're up to par or higher, then we're all that. And then you can see how humanity is divided just from the get-go of separation and comparing each other. And so the people in charge, whoever they are, wherever they are, who the hell knows? I don't even care anymore. But what I figured out is that we're the masses that are being manipulated, and the manipulation comes through narrative. And the narrative is controlled by the rulers. They write the books we read. They put people they love that cooperate on posters and make them famous, and the others disappear. And it's always been that way. And then we're fed this big line about what happened, with the Jewish people and all that line of shite. And then you read of the millions of people that were brutally just exterminated in America so that we could, or so that those in charge could take the land. Millions exterminated. And then read about in Vietnam. And what was it, the Tet Offensive or the Tet Offensive? And how many people were killed through Vietnam? But we're supposed to be all sad about what happened to the chosen people that made themselves chosen.